It's Monday. It's morning.
And it is
Remix the 2022.
Welcome to 2022. Monday Morning Macabre's going to be a little different this year, guys. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, ooh, I want that sheesh. Ooh, I want that
Give him that
sheesh. Well, guess what? You
Sounding
got
different
it,
so
baby.
far.
Yeah, we're switching the show up for 2022. So instead of talking about dark and scary things, we're going to talk about Elon Musk only, baby.
Exclusive muskies.
Listen, I got a fever, and the only cure is that Elon Muskie.
Darcy's got that musky odor, and he's bringing it to you.
Yeah, let's just say I've got my motor running, and it's a musky odor. You know what I mean? You guys ever say things?
I said something once.
So welcome to the Elon Musk update. Today we're going to be talking about Elon Musk's new phone, the Tesla Pi, and you're going to love what he's bringing to the phone game. It's going to have a rechargeable
Is that
battery.
a real thing?
It's going to have it actually is. I don't even get me started. No, we're joking. What if we were serious? What if we really turned the show into a Elon Musk discussion? That would
No,
be...
I meant is the phone, are they starting to make phones? Is that
No. Everything I just said I think is legitimate. I believe.
I still can't tell. Hold on.
Okay, so here, let me refresh.
Yep,
and
I see it.
Scones, everything that I just said about
real.
the Tesla Pi phone is real.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Guys, welcome to Monday Morning Macabre, the show where me and Scones talk about Elon Musk. Today we're going to be bringing you something truly spooky and scary.
Some bad dads.
What'd you say?
Some bad dads.
Yeah, there's some bad dads. Guys, it's 2022. We got to make the PSA. There's some bad dads out there.
Bad dads.
Scones, hit them with that new 2022 catchphrase.
Shit. There's some bad dads out there.
I know a couple bad dads.
Phil.
You
know, I don't know who the dads you're referring to are, but you seem like a guy who would know some bad dads.
Oh, I know a couple bad dads.
I can picture Phil and a couple bad dads cruising around town in a one hot car.
Oh, look at that car with some bad dads.
Yeah, just the opening to Entourage.
Yeah, exactly. But it's him and two real bad dads. When we say bad dads, do we mean like leather jackets smoking cigarette type bad? Or do we mean like left their kids? I guess there's one and the same sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to say not exclusive, not mutually exclusive.
That Venn diagram, dude, Phil plus bad dads is the Venn diagram of content that us and the listenership is yearning for, Daddy.
It's real close to a circle.
Hey guys, welcome to 2022. I hope you guys had a good New Year's. Scones, do you do anything fun for New Year's?
Yes, I drank and played board games and ate a lot of jalapeno poppers.
Ooh, pop me and call me Hal.
Pop me, pop me. How about you? How about you and the fam?
Well, let's just say, we had appetizer night at my place.
Ooh.
Which is, when you're married, that's the funnest night of the year.
That does sound pretty sick.
Yeah, we made...
I'm a big appetizer guy as well.
Made monkey bread. Made some... I don't know if you've ever had monkey bread.
Oh, I have.
Does yours usually... It's just pepperoni pizza but with balls? Is that the same monkey bread that you know of?
Definitely not.
Yours are... yeah.
Mine's like cinnamony and like sweet.
Like banana-y maybe? I don't know. I didn't make it, but it was really good. It was just pepperoni, but in ball form. We had popcorn chicken. You had French fries. You had mozzarella sticks. You got all the appetizers you could ever want. You stupid idiot.
Hotsy totsy, Darce with some mozzies.
Hi, hotty toddy, Darce with mozzies. And I was watching the New Year's, the Rockin' Eve.
Which one?
The one with Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, okay. I watched the very like. The climax, the hitting that midnight on the Miley Cyrus and Pete Davidson one.
What? They had one?
And it was about as big of a like mess as you picture.
Okay, that's great.
Some producer at NBC got fired.
I realized that I don't know anybody anymore.
You don't know who Pete Davidson is?
No, I know Pete Davidson. And I know Miley Cyrus. I'm just saying, like, everyone with, like, Ryan Seacrest, like, all the people that they would cut to, they were just like, sheesh, freeze, hold up. Okay. I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Are they, like, ABC Family Show
stars?
No,
I think they're like they're like influencers.
Or I guess Freeform, fuck.
I think it's influencers. It's like, this
is...
Oh, yeah. Shondilicus Rhymestein the Fourth. And I'm like, this is some Like, on God, I'd be bussing, and I'll say sheesh, but I do not know these young TikTokers.
Addison Rae, because it's always a big deal when she's at the UFC fights.
Why is it a big deal?
I don't know.
Okay, guys, welcome to Monday Morning Macabre again. We're gonna get started because
we're dissecting what the youth's like.
Yeah, we're trying to be hip. God damn it!
It turned 2022. We aged rapidly.
Hey, everybody! I'm gonna be bringing the spooky scary tonight, or this morning, or wherever it is where you listen. If you're in Europe, fuck you.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Monday Morning Macabre.
Yeah, it could be like Tuesday morning tea or whatever for you UK people.
No, that doesn't.
Are they the other way? I don't know.
No, whatever.
Who cares? Time zones are hard. Yeah.
It's way too hard.
You're telling me that somebody could have flown a plane from Japan to Hawaii in 1950s? Yeah, right. Have you seen the map?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I'm gonna be bringing Scones a story here, a true story, you might say.
Ooh.
Of a new cryptid alert.
New Crippy.
That's
Phil got a nice tone on that one.
Yeah, Phil got that didgeridoo voice.
That does sound a lot like a didgeridoo. Or it sounds a lot like the didgeridoo on that one episode of SpongeBob, because now that I think about it, that's the only time I've ever heard a didgeridoo.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a didgeridoo for me, dog.
Oh, sheesh. Actually,
welcome to the new podcast, Didgeridon'ts.
I bet the transition music in the show Survivor is probably didgeridoo as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Guys, send us in your favorite didgeridoo moments.
Top 10 didgeridoo moments.
There's probably a YouTube channel called
You won't believe number 6.
Doctors fucking hate me.
Didgeridoo players fucking hate us.
Anyway. Today, this afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are, we are going to be talking about the Enfield monster. And did I Google our catalog to see if we've talked about this? I'm pretty sure we haven't, but it's getting to the point where we don't know.
The best part is you had to do that because I also could not remember.
Right. So, Enfield monster, Scones. This is a Medium.com article by Chris Darks. Shout out to Chris Darks.
Chris Darks.
It's still a little early for Halloween, Chris writes. The weather hit 98 the other day.
Chris fucking is right, although he's wrong about the weather.
But I came across a story recently straight out of a Halloween horror classic. Classic. Surprisingly, this didn't occur right around Halloween. Okay. The setting was rural.
But that's So it's just scary. Is the only relation
Surprisingly,
to Halloween.
This didn't occur right around Halloween, as odd things usually do. The setting was rural Illinois. I like.
Oh, that's very like horror movie.
Yeah, that's classic. That's some Michael Fassbender. Michael Myers.
What's the name of that town? Something Hapsfield.
Hatsfield and the McCoys is where Freddy Krueger. It's Haddonfield.
Yeah.
The setting is rural Illinois. The date, April 25th, 1973. One of the strangest events ever chronicled in Enfield, Illinois. Well, yeah. Because nobody else knows about Enfield.
Well, first of all, Darks, list them off.
All right. Well, so number 1 with a bullet, the Enfield monster, Enfield, Illinois. Yep. Okay. Number 2, the Enfield crop circles. And number 3, Enfield's pumpkin patch pants off.
Oh, man, that pants off is scary.
The pumpkin patch pants off, where everyone goes to the pumpkin patch, you rip your pants off, and you find yourself your pumpkin for Halloween.
Really good icebreaker if you're new in town.
Yeah, if you're new in town and people want to know if you got that didgeridoo. Anyway.
That might be a didgeridoo for some listeners, but we're gonna
check out Enfield, Illinois. The night started off with a boy named Greg Garret who had been playing in the backyard around 9 p.m., catching fireflies and looking at the sea of stars.
Wow. While
attempting to catch the next firefly. His pursuits were soon cut off quickly by what is now known as the Enfield Horror. Horror. While Mr. and Mrs. Garret had been watching TV, Young Greg is a sick rap name, by the way.
Young Greg bursting on the scene. Young Greg's SoundCloud is nothing but hits.
He burst through the back door crying and acting hysterically. He began to relive what just happened. A monster about 4 or 5 feet tall, tiny arms with claws, a slimy gray epidermis, 3 legs with accompanying claws, and big red eyes the size of flashlights attacked him. Also known as probably an owl, the Enfield Horror. I wish that's what it said. Greg's tennis shoes were torn to shreds, claiming it occurred when the monster ran past him and stepped on his feet.
This has Hopkinsville Goblin vibes. Yeah,
it does, right? It runs by and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on your feet." Mr. and Mrs. Garret were extremely concerned as Greg was not known for making things up. They just couldn't wrap their head around what he was telling them. The exact moment this situation was going on, the Garrett's neighbor, Henry McDaniel, and his wife were returning home.
Henry McDaniel?
Yeah, where do you think the McDaniels went that they were returning home from?
Dude, they probably got their pants over their shoulder because they just got back from the pumpkin patch.
Nothing better than a Enfield pumpkin night.
A crisp fall afternoon.
Great time to
take them off and grab a pumpkin.
Yeah, colder the better. They found their 2 children in absolute panic. The children claimed the thing had tried to break into the house through the window and a window-mounted air conditioner moments earlier. Wait, hold on. I read that wrong. The children claimed the thing had tried to break into the house through a door and a window-mounted air conditioner moments earlier. As Mr. McDaniel was listening in disbelief, he heard something, an unusual scratching sound at the front door. McDaniels assumed it was the pumpkin he just got from the pumpkin patch picking contest.
Why would the pumpkin be scratching the door?
That's the question. It's because his pants weren't on, so he wasn't thinking straight. McDaniels assumed it was a stray animal and opened the front door. It was at that moment he came face to face with the Enfield Horror. He stumbled backwards, slamming the door. Grabbing a flashlight and a .22 pistol, he threw the door back open and got another glimpse of the demon. His description of the grotesque creature was identical to that of Greg Garret. That's interesting. That's where it's things like this where you get corroborated like stories where you're like, ooh,
yeah, like, what's going on here?
Something spooky's going on.
Need a flashlight and a pistol.
It's a Band-Aid.
Thanks, Phil.
Rev up the hot car.
Thanks, Phil. Please keep that out of the studio.
Fumes are very hard to deal with.
You are closing the garage door to the studio. We are in a garage. He later told police it had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms coming out of its breast area, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. It stood 4.5 feet tall and was grayish colored. It was trying to get into the house.
You know the eyes are huge too because flashlights were wicked big back then.
Yeah, this seems to be like the biggest circular object the people in this town know about.
Flashlights.
They're like, they're big as flashlights.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. Not car lights, headlights. Sheesh.
It's like one of them car lights. You know the ones that are big as like 2
or 3. You know the car
3,
flashlights.
The one that are big as 2 or 3 flashlights.
McDaniel opened fire on the monster, but while he was positive he hit the horror, the bullets did not cause any damage. Its health bar didn't go down at all, dude.
That's what he's not using silver bullets then.
That's true. That's a good point. Everyone out there, silver bullets, bum 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 bum.
Oh, silver bullets.
Bum, 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 bum,
just goes to show.
You'll be my werewolf girl.
Just goes to show everyone, you got to spend more time at the forge. Just
more
crafting.
Time with the forge, less time with the Lord? No.
Less time doing the main storyline, guys.
Yeah, guys, you got to spend more time side questing, my dear boys.
It was a side quest where I met your mother.
That's
a good soundbite. I'm glad we got that clean.
Thank you. Let's get a clean soundbite and great. So the bullets did not cause any mortal damage, and he stated it hissed like a wildcat. Which is sweet. And jumped away covering 75 feet in approximately... Yeah, that's a lot of feet. In approximately 3 hops. Do you think that's in its Tinder profile? It's like, yeah, I'm like 2 feet tall, but I can cover 75 feet in 3 hops.
Wow.
Pretty sick. Should be an athlete.
I know. 3 legs. Maybe that's cheating.
Or maybe it was 2 legs and he was at the pumpkin patch.
Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo. Yikers. So it jumps away and disappeared past the railroad tracks. McDaniel immediately called the local police, but the Illinois state troopers showed up on the scene instead. The troopers searched through the area.
This is my crime scene now.
Yeah, exactly. So the troopers searched through the area but found no sign of the Enfield Horror. They did, however, find scratch marks against the siding, which appeared to be fresh, and scarily enough, they found footprints, 3 of them, with long claw markings.
That's pretty scary.
Ooh. That's super.
How big were the footprints?
Maybe it likes me.
How big were the footprints in terms of flashlights?
So I think they were saying there were like 4 flashlights per print. So that's 12 flashlights size.
That's a lot of flashlights. And this thing could cover like probably close to like...
It's like 48 Duracells.
I was going to say, this could cover 75 feet. What is that? Like 100 to 150 flashlights? Just
Convert that to metric real quick for our UK listeners.
Is about 150 lanterns.
160 Queen's Gambits.
Yeah, oil lanterns. That's the British version of a flashlight.
Gotcha. So 2 of the footprints were about 4 inches wide. Okay, take it back.
Oh, no.
And the third one being slightly smaller, of course. The troopers were puzzled as nothing they could have seen made those footprints. On May 6th, McDaniels was startled awake in the dead of night by the howling of some neighborhood dogs. He pulled himself out of bed, grabbed the gun, and yanked open the front door. What's he going to see, Scones?
Jeez, probably 2 eyes the size of flashlights.
Upon opening, he said he got a better look at the monster from some distance, negotiating the trestles of the railroad tracks.
Negotiating the trestles of the railroad tracks?
Yes.
What does that mean?
That means it was walking along the tracks.
Stand by me style?
Well, so it was having there was a piece of railroad track on a metal table with a light swinging above its head. And it was being interrogated by the monster.
Right.
Because it wouldn't give up any names.
Of course.
Right.
It wouldn't
and
tell
it wanted to tell the monster how it got these scars. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, and the monster was trying to figure out how far down the railroad was the dead body to poke with a stick.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Glad we wrapped all of that up.
Yep. People are like, this is why we're here.
This is 2022. 2022 is going to be sick.
Sick, bros. What a cap off to the start of the year.
This time it wasn't in a hurry. It just moved down the tracks. In the days following the odd story, McDaniel felt compelled to tell everyone he could about what he had seen. It sounds like the author's fucking bored of him.
Yeah. This guy, all he fucking talks about.
Before long, droves of monster hunters arrived. Scones.
What?
All right, podcast audience, we want some monster hunters to show up.
Yes, please.
We saw a 15-legged, scary, spooky monster. So
yeah, like 30 flashlights wide.
Yeah, so like get over here. Floods of news trucks, scientists, and curiosity seekers descended onto the town. At one point, the town had become such a circus of media frenzy and tourists, the White County Sheriff threatened to arrest McDaniel if he didn't stop talking about his experience. That does not seem legal.
Sir, I will. If you just stop telling that story, I'm going to shoot you in the fucking head.
I will fucking kill you. At least 5 hunters were arrested and charged after being a threat to public safety, after opening fire on a hairy gray thing.
Was it like just like an old man nearby?
What if it was like really an alien? And everyone's like, what the hell are you doing? The judge claimed they were simply, quote, out to raise hell. One man, Rick Rainbow, who apparently is a local WWE celebrity, who was a news director for WWKI in Kokomo, Indiana, claimed to have seen the Enfield Horror as well. Him and 3 other men witnessed the horror around an abandoned house not much further from the McDaniels house. Rainbow could not get a clear description of the monster because it was in shadows and had its back towards the men.
A local shock jockey named Rick Rainbow. Right? He's not lying.
Yeah, Rick Rainbow here, and I'm going to tell you, I found
in the morning.
He did describe it as being gray, 5 feet tall, and stooped over. Rainbow did manage to record the ungodly screams of the Enfield Horror, but that recording was not released to the general public.
Again, this could just be an old guy.
Yeah, it could be. Those cries were heard by others over the next several days near the railroad tracks close to the McDaniels' house. After that night, the creature jumped over the tracks, this time for good. Just as quickly as the monster arrived, it disappeared, never to be discovered again. But wait, Scones.
Wait, was Ricky Rainbows the last one to see it at that point?
Yeah, so Rick Rainbow was alleged. I mean, it sounds like he's full of. It's awfully interesting that a radio personality happened to be the one to go and get audio of a monster noise. Seems very convenient, but yes, he was the last person, theoretically, to see this monster. In 1978, a case study was opened by a group of researchers who tried to make sense of the situation. The researchers found that no more than 3 first-hand witnesses claimed they saw the actual monster, but since then, their stories have been exaggerated by local news stories and local gossip. It became a bizarre game of telephone where each additional story snowballed into something bigger and more animated. Now, if all these reports are real, why did nobody take any photos of the evidence?
Good question.
Big good question.
Question the listeners are clamoring for.
They want to know the answer, and I'm going to let them know it in 10, 9,
oh my gosh.
8,
Get ready.
7,
Listener.
6,
Are you ready?
5,
are you sitting down?
4,
Get ready.
3,
Here we go.
2, 1. The aluminum siding scratches, the footprints and torn up tennis shoes, or attempt to get any sort of real proof from the monster.
Hello?
That's such
Did
a
you?
weird... No, I'm here.
I thought the Enfield monster got you here.
It's like, hey, no, don't
we can't let this out.
So there could this be considered a... Okay, I'm going to read...
So he's ripping up tennis shoes. He hates
the
tennis.
aluminum siding scratches, the footprints, the torn up tennis shoes, or attempt to get any sort of real proof from the monster. That's not a sentence, really, but anyway. Could this be considered a crime scene? May people who think it was an elaborate hoax to bring tourists into town could not explain?
I mean, technically, people are getting arrested for going out and hunting it. Isn't it technically a crime scene?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what is considered a crime scene, you know?
Oh my gosh. All right.
Who, these days?
Phil, crime scene.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Yeah.
What are the ingredients to a fresh-baked crime scene?
You bunch of red tape,
Yep.
yellow tape. In a hot car.
Oh, we might have a crime scene on our hands right here.
We got ourselves a crime scene. While the case remains largely forgotten today, it is still one of the most curious cases Benjamin Button ever did see.
Whoa!
And it makes you... Sheesh!
He's old, but he's a baby!
It makes you wonder what really took place down in Enfield. It has not been reported on for almost 40 years, but that's not to say it isn't still out there, waiting to terrorize another town. Is Spook Phil?
Phil, are you good?
Oh, I'm so scared. I don't know. My voice has become... Oh.
You're
You're kind of like the Lion of the Wizard of Oz.
I was going to say. The Cowardly Lion.
Yeah, Phil became the Cowardly Lion. He got so scared. But that's the Enfield Horror, ladies and not so ladies.
All you not so ladies out there, and we'll be able to tell. Because of the didgeridoo.
Because of the didgeridoo.
I guess that
Guys, thank you.
Anyway.
I hope your New Year's was, as the kids say, poggers.
What the kids say.
Poggers, no, I never grow up.
Go out and see Spodeman. Darce, I saw Spodeman finally.
Just go and saw Spoderman. It's a goodie.
It should get the official Diesel. That Spoderman is
officially a Diesel Spider-Man movie.
There's
that puts 2 up on the pedestal.
Yep. There's only
Spider-Man
2.
2. And
I guarantee you will not guess which the other one was.
Yes. But anyway, I hope you guys had a good start to 2022. Check out our Instagram, Monday Morning Macabre, our Twitter, MMMacabrePod, and MondayMorningMacabre.com for all of the podcasty stuff you need. And, Scones, you got anything to tell the listeners?
We got some fun Patreon shit in the pipeline. It's going to be pretty fucking sick. I just got back from Georgia, by the way. Visited some family down there.
Scony went down to Georgia?
Had himself a time.
What kind of time did you have, my dear boy?
Oh, fiddle competitions. Midnight Trains.
Oh, ooh.
Peaches.
Okay, somebody's cultured.
But yeah, we got some fun Patreon stuff coming down. You picked up we got a little Fallout stuff.
Yeah. We were thinking of playing a little Fallout 76 together because they just released an entire Mothman expansion. And I don't think either of us have ever played the game.
So maybe we'll
But if you're gonna release Mothman and let me go to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, I ain't saying no,
Maybe we'll record it, post it.
Maybe we'll make a little video. And besides that, guys, have a good Monday.
Have a good Monday.
Bye.
Bye.